AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Yeah. Fabian perspective. Let me know if you like this slogan. Expect it, so accept it. Expect it, so accept it. I'm used to being a devil's advocate my whole life. Big Knicks win. They don't like comentario y subscribe. You heard the intro. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Most importantly, share it. Especially with this Knicks Rehab is on fire right now. Share it with everybody else that covers the Knicks. I don't care if we dead wrong about the Knicks, or if I say something wrong about the Knicks, or in general, you hop on here, let me know what you think. I see people going crazy right now. It's on fire on Twitter. People are arguing about the referee still. Bro, we just won game 2. We up 2-0, man. What the hell are you people talking about? Brunson went down. OG went down. And we still got the victory. Why do you guys argue with fools, man? The great Sean Carter, at one point in his life, quoted somebody else, but I'm going to take the quote that he quoted because he did it in rhythm with the no did he. A wise man told me don't argue with fools because from a distance you can't tell who is who. Stop arguing with these peons. Jalen Brunson, he would have had another 40 points last night against the Pacers as the Knicks go up 2-0. Brunson would have had another 40 piece, but he went down at the end of the first quarter. He went out. He got hit twice. The first time he got hit it looks like in the privates, and the second time it looked like he stepped on while he was playing defense. I think either Isaiah Jackson's foot or somebody in the paint. Dr. Sutterer, he broke that down, but we'll get to that in a second. 130-121. Big win over the Pacers. And Pacers are racing for dear life right now. We killing them out here. Tyrese Halliburton tried to show face. Finally. He was doing a lot of talking. Doing plenty of talking, Tyrese Halliburton. He ended up with 34 points, 9 assists. TJ McConnell's the guy. He got a double-double, and he's the guy who gave a lot of problems, frustrates Brunson. He gets to him. Once you get somebody talking like that, Brunson talks from here and there. He yells. He can be vocal. He can be demonstrative. But for the most part, Brunson plays it cool. So when you got a guy like in TJ McConnell that's getting Brunson out of his character, it's noticeable. Very noticeable. Pacers had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 guys in double figures. Against Siakam, another shout out to my guy Tracy. He said Siakam is trash. And he re-signed that deal with the Pacers, right? Pascal Siakam. Four years, 136 contract with Toronto, including. Or is he? Oh no, he's up for free agency this summer. He's hurting his stock right now. There's no way you're a max player. Pascal Siakam's not a max player. It's been 2 games already. He hasn't shown up. I guess he usually comes to the Garden to show up, and he hasn't done that. So not impressed by him. What's up? Crypto Soul, New York Knicks all day. Let's go, Knicks. Christian Castillo, appreciate you always in the building, baby. Respect to TJ for not making any excuses like his bozo coach. Yeah, man. And Halliburton, right? They both came out and we'll get to that in a second. This guy's Rick Carlisle went full like Jim Carrey. He was Jim Carrey, two different roles. One minute he was, Ace Ventura. The next minute he was the cable guy or liar. Get him out of here, you bozo. Rick Carlisle, you're a bozo. I gave you all the respect in the world, man. Does Spoelstra do that? I gotta ask, do the best coaches do that? Because Thibodeau does that. He'll say, he'll complain about Brunson getting hit. Even when, for a guy, in my opinion, let's get to that right now, man. Let's stop playing these games. Do I have linked what what Rick Carlisle said? Let's get to what Rick Carlisle said first. Because we can point to other coaches and their style and what they do. But this is Rick Carlisle. It's pretty long, but let's see what he says here. Let me know if you can hear it in the comments. Yeah, he does. Miguel, what's going on? He said Carlisle sounds like he's ready to go to court. He does sound like he's on trial. Yo, you clown. You bozo, Carlisle. Carlisle.
I'm always
You're gonna see them too. Ooh, yo, man. Just his whole mentality changed after game one. Rick Carlisle was so. I gave him his props in real time. Y'all saw it, man. I gave him his props. He comes after game one. He says, "Yo, we can't expect to go to the Garden, go on the away court, and get calls." And there's just things I think that are a given. In sports, when you have superstars, it's the unspoken thing, but it is what it is. The superstars get the calls. They just do. And when you have a superstar with a team that has momentum and the Garden crowd like that, how much of a factor is it? Does intimidation play? The referees will never get it all 100% right. I've never heard anybody compliment the refs ever. It's so, it happens so few times, such a few amount of times that I can't recall anybody giving any grace to the referee. And just the way he was talking, Rick Carlisle, his whole demeanor is just crazy, bro. Like, look at your face, man. What are you talking about? Everybody's playing hurt. You're not a defensive team. You're a finesse squad. Why the hell should we give you respect? Just if I'm out there, I'm just watching from the court, from the game. If you go to the park, see, because I relate everything to, I'm going to sound like a broken record. I relate everything to, it's as simple as this. Would you go to the park and watch this guy play ball? Like if I'm at the park and I see this guy, when somebody's better, just these people are legit better than you at basketball and they're playing, you just go, damn, these dudes are nice, man. Like Tyrese Halliburton, to me, when he was on the Kings, I felt like, oh, when he was on the court, like, oh, that's kind of dope. Like, he gets everybody involved. The no-look passes. He's charismatic, but he's light. He's light in ass. Light in ass. And so are the Pacers, man. They play like that. They're a finesse team, or they've shown that. You don't get these calls, man. Thibodeau has the reputation. The team is embodying the reputation. You're at the Garden. We have a superstar now, Jalen Brunson. We're winning. You can't get these calls, bro. That's just the nature of the game. That's the nature of life. We've been there before. Like the Miami Heat would get calls. It was ridiculous. But guess what? It is what it is. Miami Heat with LeBron.
Give New York credit for the physicality that they're playing with. But their physicality is rewarded and ours is penalized. just time after time. And so, it's just I'm just really disappointed. Just really disappointed. The two technicals, you gotta make a stand for your guys. You gotta stand up for what's right and what's not right, and that was it. And so, we need to get home. We need to play better. But small market teams deserve an equal shot. They deserve a fair shot, no matter where they're playing.
Take a look at that loser. Small market energy. Fire Marshall Bill. That's why I say he's Jim Carrey. Yesterday he went from Ace Ventura. He was good. He was happy go lucky. And today he's liar, bro. The cable guy. Get him out of here. Fire Marshall Bill. Liar Marshall Bill. Listen. Small market energy, man. Angry Jenkins. Hilarious. I know that my guy Jenkins in the building either. Angry Jenkins is hilarious. How can you even utter that when the number one defense in the league is the Minnesota Timberwolves? Did you see what happened to the Nuggets? They were mauling Jamal Murray, the reigning champions, back-to-back games away on the road, mauling them. Liar Marshall Bill has some nerve. This is what happens when you're a sore loser and you can't find peace in the middle of war. Listen, man, I've been married for some years now, man. If you don't know how to find peace in the middle of war, you are done. You are done. Stop arguing with these people. Don't go in there talking about you think you got it right. Or even if you're right, you are wrong. Let's say Jim Carrey. I was Jim Carrey. He's right. Let's say he's right. You're wrong. Because your job is to motivate your team. Your job is to be like, okay, you guys are done. We see what we're up against now, right? We got to play picture-perfect basketball because, number one, we're a finesse offensive team. We don't even play defense. We did really well. Game 1 was close. Game 2 was in our grasp. That's what you talk about. Once you blame the refs, that's how Halliburton, these guys, they start chirping with the ref, and you really start losing it because there's no way the referees are going to start giving you calls, bro. They don't respect all that chirping business. They only respect – look at Draymond Green. He literally has hooked off on people, kicked people in the nuts, and he's gotten kicked out of games, but he's gotten kicked out of, let's say, 20% of the games that he's supposed to get kicked out of. Why? Because he's aggressive. He's aggressive. And the Knicks are aggressive. We're getting rewarded for this style of play, as we should. That's any sport. And that's real life. When somebody busts through that door, they're mad aggressive, you better respond a certain way. You have to. Call 911, coach. Because we ain't trying to hear from you. We got the real Charles Barkley in the building. Not the fake one, not the AI one on TNT. The real one that kept it real back in the day, not the new one. That chump that be eating that street meat. No Diddy. His words, not mine. We'll get to that in a little bit later. The real Charles Barkley says, it's not even like the Knicks are getting more calls than the Pacers. 29 calls, my A. That's so childish and shows Rick and his team have already lost. You cannot go back home down 0-2, not trying to build energy. You keep all that, you send all that to, take care of that behind the scenes, man. And it has happened. Like the Colts, Bill Burr is great at breaking down because Bill Burr, the comedian, is a big Patriots fan. And he was tired of hearing about how the Patriots cheated all the time. So he would start talking about how, like, the Colts were the main culprits in sending the front office a bunch of videotapes and trying to get the rules changed. But Tom Brady's the one who was, the face of Deflategate. Bill Belichick with the cameras. They were known for cheating. But there's a website, you look it up. The Patriots are like middle of the pack teams that cheated throughout like the last 10, 15 years. There's a website that shows you how many times teams got caught cheating in the NFL, and the Patriots are nowhere near number one. The Colts, I think they were higher on the list, and on top of that, they were doing more complaining. But remember, Tom Brady got his knee hurt, and right after that, they really changed the rules. So they looked like they were the face of it. But the point is, even in the face of all that, what did Tom Brady come out and do? Bill Belichick don't even talk to the media. That kind of like wore thin after a while, obviously, because they don't even like him, and he just toasted with I haven't watched the thing yet. What do you call that? The roast of Tom Brady yet, but I seen him toast with Robert Kraft and all that. But the point is, this is a horrible way to lead your team. I just don't see Spoelstra doing something like that. I really don't. Yeah, Tapekey, that thing. Now let's get back to the street meat hugger the street meat hugger himself. The street meat hugger is crazy, but I didn't come up with this. I didn't come up with this because when they say that they're ready to wish the downfall of the Knicks, it's like at least these guys keep it real, man. You know what I mean? At least they keep it real. Chas Barkley himself, back at it again. Said he prefers to eat street meat. That's what he said. His words, not mine. He prefers the street meat delicacy. And he wishes nothing but the worst for the Knicks and the fans because we are overrated. Let's check out the Mr. Charles himself. Yeah, how come it's not zooming in? I'm over here. Sorry about that, guys.
The Knicks.
Yo,
ball in the building.
Just put the white sauce on it is legendary. Because till this day, we really don't know what that white sauce is. We don't know if it's tartar sauce. We don't know if it's blue cheese ranch. We just know it's white sauce. What's good, man?
Ball in the building. Daminato. We just
you see me out in the street with the people, man.
Yeah, man. It's nice out there. I just came from out there. Gotta go back out there.
Yeah. Talk to me, baby.
People are crazy. The Diddy sauce is wild, Miguel P. Don't get banned. We were just talking about Carlisle, how he makes excuses for his team. We downgraded him as a coach officially. What do you think about Barkley saying he wishes the worst for the New York Knicks fans because we're overrated?
I'm not surprised. That's what I've been saying all this time. Remember, like I said, I like when people just be honest. Just be honest. You don't like the Knicks. You're a hater. You don't want to see us succeed. This is why Charles Barkley is the GOAT at what he does. Like I said, I'm not surprised. It's just sad because, once again, there's no reason for it. Whatever problems or gripe you have with the Knicks from 50 years ago, today is a whole new day. So I just don't like how they're not able to separate the hate from the great job that the Knicks is doing with what they have to work with the injuries and things of that nature. So with Barkley and Shaq, it's sad, but, it's expected, man. But like I said, big shout out to Chuck for at least being honest about it. He don't want to see us win. So it's not blind. You're not blind. You see every team we play against, he's going to pick against us, no matter who it is. Right now, we was playing the Detroit Pistons in the playoffs. He will pick Detroit. So that's Chuck being Chuck, man. Being a piece of you know what he is. But, hey, great TV. Big shout out to him and the white sauce, though.
No Diddy.
No Diddy.
I think after he saw yesterday's game, and we'll get to that in a second because it leads to that. I mean, after you saw that, there's no way you don't feel like that's the ultimate hate. Because our superstar came back, hurt his foot after hurting his foot, losing the second best player on the team now, OG Anunoby, and we still edged out the victory. I don't know how, as a basketball fan, you quietly have to go, damn, this team is something else. Like, they're just resilient. OG Anunoby was having the best game I've seen him so far in the playoffs, at least. And just, unfortunately, I saw you consider him a quack, but Dr. Sutterer broke down that he only expects OG to miss a couple games. The way that he thinks he tore his hamstring doesn't look that bad. It could be 1 or 2 games. So hopefully he doesn't miss that many games and he's all right. But just an amazing effort. Me and Flea was talking about it before the game yesterday. I said, you know, Brunson is one thing. When I watch him play, I'm seeing how the offense is going to be, and that's cool. And it can go either way sometimes because against Philly, against the Pacers, offense is what it is. Like, you got Embiid, you got Maxey out there, they can score with you. But when OG is comfortable and he starts dominating, for me, that's why I felt from you, and you were here live with me from February, even when Randall went down. Listen, man, this is the guy that could bring us to conference championship contention. When he's on all cylinders, this is the guy that could take us to the championship and contend with and compete against anybody. And yesterday he showed why.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, like I said, I love OG. I was hyped when we got the trade, but, you know, me and you going to always respectfully disagree when it comes to that. You know, I think OG is a piece for us to make the championship run, but I still think we're missing a piece. But yesterday, I think that was the best game I've ever seen him play since he's been a Knick. You know, like I said, aggressive, knocking down shots. So for me, you know, that's a big loss. Hopefully, like I said, for me, with Indiana, as long as we can split, if we can split, then we okay. But listen, man, that's a big loss. But once again, it just shows the great job that the Knicks and Tibbs is doing with, like I said, look at the losses, man. And we are not going to blame Tibbs for that. We are not going to blame Tibbs for that. And that's what I don't like what people are doing. Lord have mercy. We are not going to blame Tibbs for that, man. Deuce McBride is starting to get me tight. He hasn't had a breakout game yet. So when they say he's running plays into the ground, what is he supposed to do? I think it's only 7, 8 players that suited up. It's nothing for him to do. So that was just a freak accident. But yeah, I'm hoping maybe 2 games. If we could get one of these in Indiana, hopefully he come back for game 5 and we close him out, then so be it. But listen, man, we on the right track. We on the right track, and you've been right about OG all this time. But what OG was doing yesterday, he was looking like the best player on the floor until the injury. But it goes to show you, Jalen Brunson is the motor. Simple and plain. No matter, I don't care who goes down. If Brunson is not on the court, we do not have a chance. I'm sorry.
I thought we did have a chance when he went down and OG was in there. Because defensively, I mean, he's a two-way player we're talking about. But that's holding it down for a quarter or two. That was a quarter. Brunson came back in the second half. And again, on the day that Willis Reed, 54 years ago, did the Willis Reed moment, Brunson had a little version of himself. And I can't lie, that did feel like, oh, that wrestling Hulkamania moment for him.
Right,
it was amazing for him to come back out and play through it, talk his ish to what's his name? Is it McConnell?
Yeah, TJ McConnell. Yep.
TJ McConnell, who's I guess giving him issues, but he's really frustrating him because he can't shoot. I can see why. I'm glad that Rick Carlisle, aka Liar Marshall Bill, is leaving him on the bench because what can he really do? You have him in the game.
Rick Carlisle was doing us a favor. If you're a real Knicks fan, if you're a real basketball fan, TJ McConnell is a thorn in our side. Listen, he's picking up Brunson 94 feet, and on offense, Brunson can't do nothing with him. But for some reason, Carlisle is leaving him on the bench in the fourth quarter in crucial minutes. So kudos and big shout out to Rick Carlisle for being an idiot. So while you worrying about the 78 videos, I don't even know who's going to watch that. You want to go upstairs and you want to turn into a snitch and a crybaby and a bitch. Blame yourself for not playing TJ McConnell. Because for me, if that happened in game 1 as well, first half, McConnell killing us. Second half, you don't play him like that. Same thing in this game. So, listen, we have a great team, but listen, man, the injury bug is hitting us at the wrong time.
Definitely. And I just love the way we played. We'll get into game 3 tomorrow, the game 3 preview, because we do still have people again not giving the real Knicks fans credit. Not giving the real Knicks fans credit all ball. I hope you know where I'm going with this. And if you don't, you give me 2 seconds while I pull this up. Because people, they act like they don't watch us. They act like that we're not important.
Let me see what you about to do.
But
excuse the noise, everybody. I'm outside.
It's New York City, baby. But we got the king fake Knicks fan himself talking about who he thinks should be on the Knicks, what superstar should come to the Knicks.
Think that you would want on the Knicks that wouldn't deter.
Look at his fake like he's serious. Look at him. And the Academy Award goes to
Hey, who's
Kevin Durant.
realistic?
From a basketball standpoint, in terms of his makeup, what he does, KD don't need to hold on the ball and wait and manipulate mismatches. He ain't gonna take the ball out of Jalen Brunson's hand. Jalen Brunson could literally do what he does. And then you know what? Here you go. Yeah, that's KD.
Would
All
KD
day,
want to
every
come
day.
to New York?
KD with Jalen Brunson. The team. You don't even have to replace Mitchell Robinson and Isaiah Hartenstein. You put KD on this Knicks team, healthy. They in the finals.
Yeah.
They in the
All
finals.
right, we got to leave.
Who would be the ones?
Hold on. Look at that face. Lord have mercy. Can you believe anything that comes out of that face? Come on, man. So
Listen,
let me
man.
say this. This is to you, Stephen A. Smith. We title contenders without KD right now. What are you talking about? If we were healthy, we would be title contenders right now without KD. So what are you talking about? No disrespect to KD. We don't want you, brother. Sorry. As great as you are, you had a chance to come here. You always throwing shots at us. We fine, my brother. Stay over there and struggle with Bradley Beal and Devin Booker. I'm sorry. Me as a diehard Knicks fan, you wasn't with us shooting in the gym. Nah, we good. Y'all want to go to all these teams when they popping already. You went to Golden State when they won. You went to Brooklyn because they had Kyrie and you got James Harden. And then you went to Phoenix after they went to the finals and you figured, okay, I could jump on that bandwagon. Nah, not over here, bro. We straight. Once again, Stephen A. Smith, we going to the title this year without Kevin Durant if we're healthy. So what sense are you making? What sense are you making? I seen Kevin Durant get swept with Devin Booker and Bradley Beal. Is that sexy? No. So get out of here with that. I'm straight. And that looks that Stephen A. Smith got, Lord have mercy. I'm about to make that my screensaver. That face, listen, man. It's only two things you can do with that face. Hate it or duck and run. Those two, that's it. Lord have mercy.
But I only say that because a week ago, Flea's the one who brought up the Kevin Durant take, taking Kevin Durant over Devin Booker. And it's funny because he was the one going for Devin Booker and going and promoting all that. We've always been, we pulled you into our good graces. It ain't about the big names anymore. It ain't about the movie stars. What star you see now? Everybody complaining about, yo, y'all getting all the calls. Yo, they want you to win. How long has that been? Now it's a setup. What Flea said, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Point blank, period. So we did all that without the super duper star, without the guy who's a number 1 pick, number 3 pick, sneaker deal, the guy who spurned us. No, you got to come at our beckon. You got to come over here and prove to us that you're willing to play alongside Jalen Brunson and these guys. And then even then, I'd rather them tell you no. That would be the ultimate. Oh, Kevin Durant wants to come here? Let's see what he says. And you cut him off and kick him out of there. Because of how you treated the fans. You're another guy. You're part of the parade of haters. You're part of these guys like Draymond Green calling us delusional because you didn't know any better. You were from a different part of town. That's the problem. And I'm surprised at Kyrie Irving for acting like that. That's really Kyrie Irving's fault because your pops is from here. You're really from here. You're from New Jersey, and you influenced Kevin Durant to not come here. So I don't know what the hell Stephen A. Smith keeps talking about these superstars. He's begging for superstars to come here. The only thing we need is for Randall and these other guys to come back because those are the guys that can take on the brute nature of just playing sports. Of course, nobody could play 70, 75 games every single season in, season out, let alone a 6'2" guy. Kevin Durant, 36 years old, he can't do it either. Like you said, he got swept. Is it back-to-back years?
Come on, man. Come on.
3 years. Brunson, 3 years out of the first round. Western Conference Finals appearance. Kevin Durant, 3 years, can't make it past out of the first round.
See, let me say this. If people put up a poll, people are going to say Book is better than Brunson. They're going to say Bill is better than DiVincenzo or Josh Hart. So if Kevin Durant can't win with them, what makes you think he's going to come here and win? What? He's not that dude no more. I'm sorry. Stephen A., you just want one of those big names so you can have a reason to come to the Garden and act silly. You don't even come to our games, bro. Like Max Kellerman said a long time ago, bro, you ain't... Listen, man, that's what I say. I like guys just to keep it real. The bandwagon is crazy right now. I seen Ja Rule, which I know he don't watch basketball. It's like, yo, what? What? So to me, Stephen A. Smith is no different than like the bandwagon fan that they just go with what's hot or what they think is hot. But if he was watching the games and knowing the game, for you to say if Kevin Durant comes here, we're going to the championship. This year, we going to the championship with all we got to deal with. So what are you talking about? These guys don't make no sense. They just don't.
So I think OG Anunoby's officially been ruled out for Game 3.
Okay.
He's trending on Twitter right now. The Knicks are listing OG Anunoby as out. Oh, my fault, guys. Let me
Dang, we can't catch a break.
Yeah. Are listing OG Anunoby as out for Game 3 with a left hamstring strain. Breaking news. Out. Jalen Brunson is questionable with the sore right foot. And like the internet doctor now, Sutterer, he was saying that the sore left foot isn't like a strain or a break. So Brunson can come back. But the thing with the hamstring, the way that he saw how OG got hurt, he's saying that's a slight tear, so he might miss some time, 1 or 2 games. So hopefully in 2 games he comes back, because it just feels like ever since we got OG Anunoby, we fly up and we hit this peak, and all of a sudden it's just because that Miami Heat game, I don't know what the hell you people be watching, man. Go rewatch the Knicks versus the Timberwolves this year, the Knicks versus the Nuggets this year, the Knicks versus, on the low, the Trailblazers. It looks crazy, but you can see the way our offense, how potent it would look at that level. Also, when Jimmy Butler decided to start playing ball games, you saw how we exploited them and exposed them. They had nothing for us. When Julius Randle went down, that was the best we looked. That was the best I ever felt about the Knicks this season. And it's just unfortunate, man, because OG Anunoby is just bringing this high level of potential. And every time we seem to just look at yesterday's game, man, 26 points. Was it 26 or 29 points? He had 28 points, 27 minutes. He was going crazy. And it's just unfortunate, man, because we can't really get those 14 games in a row with him and then really put the scare and fear in these people's eyes, because the Boston Celtics, you guys are soft as hell. We know it. The only team I fear now, the Mavericks, have been kind of exposed. I don't see them beating OKC. The Nuggets, I never feared, and people think I'm crazy for that. I saw OG guarding Joker, and now you seeing the Joker's getting exposed. That team, I gave Fleers props. He said it before anybody. What did they do to improve? Nothing. So they have no bench just like us. And the only team that looks crazy out here, them Wolves, something serious. That's something serious out there.
Well, like I said, defending champs down 0-2. They go down 0-3 or 3-1, then I'm going to count them out. But as of right now, I'm not going to count them out until they done. I give respect to any former champion. Yeah, but Ant-Man, Minnesota, they look crazy. But just going back to our Knicks, we can't catch a break, man. Listen, man, the injury guards is just, they just blessing us day after day, game after game. Can't catch a break. But you know what Brunson always say? We find a way to win. And I think, in my heart of hearts, we're going to find a way to get one of these games in Indiana, and OG come back in game 5, and we get them out of here. I really think that. So, hey, man, listen. Got to work with what you got. This is the purpose of having Precious. Now let's see what Burks can do. We need Deuce to step up. We need Deuce to be Deuce. Stop. Now you in the game, you looking like you a dead headlights. No, we need Deuce to step up. So, listen, Indiana's not special. Indiana's, they begging for the referees' help now. They begging for the NBA help now. So, they ain't special. I ain't worrying about them. As long as Brunson can go, we got a shot. We got a shot. So, I'm fine with that. Like I said, we got to split one of these in Indiana and we'll be just fine.
I like the split. I like just our style of play. It would leave for our, push for that sweep because Halliburton ain't Halliburton. We got to take advantage of it. They leave him wide open because he can't move from the 3-point range. And also, these guys are playing 40+ minutes. Everybody is. It's going to be a crazy run for us to be on. We need the time off. Boston's going to have some time, a layoff as well. They already had basically a bye against the Miami Heat. It might be another bye with the Cleveland Cavaliers where they looking. I'd rather get the 2 games, but we got to be realistic. 1 game in Indiana. They might go crazy over there. Hopefully we take over Indiana the way we did Philly because that'll really piss everybody off and turn that Market Square Arena into the Midwest Madison Square Garden. So I'm with you 1,000%, man. I hope we do sweep Indiana though out there.
Yeah.
So you already know, man. We had to keep it short and sweet with y'all. Listen, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe. We see the comments. We try to get to as much as possible. When we tell y'all, y'all is what keep it going. Like the fact that we found our nucleus, we found our people to talk to and just talk Knicks. There's nothing like this. Look, all balls outside, just enjoying the weather, getting to talk to you. There ain't nothing like this. I'm getting ready to go out there myself. New York is precious right now. Speaking of precious.
Yes.
Any last words, all ball?
Listen, man. Let's get ready for tomorrow night, a big game 3. Let's root for our Knicks. Keep OG Brunson in our prayers. Hopefully them guys is not as injured as we think. And, hey, man, let's get back on the roll and let's get to the conference finals and face a Boston Celtics team. Let's go Knicks. Brunson for president, baby.
AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.